Welcome to It's Hard to Explain After Dark.
Ooh.
We got a nice, decently dark room with some mood lighting in the form of Christmas lights on the wall and on the Christmas tree.
That's quite lovely.
Ethan's in the holiday spirit. We all got us a nice drink to sip on. What is this? Revenge of the Sith?
Yep.
Revenge of the Sith is on TV. It's paused, but
It was on.
yeah, we're all just kind of hanging out.
Chilling.
This is our last episode of 2024.
Bro.
And it's on Christmas Day.
I gotta tell you,
People said we
boys.
wouldn't last 10 episodes.
Also, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. May your gifts be filled with whimsy and joy.
Man, it feels weird telling people Merry Christmas on November 24th.
It does. You didn't have to tell them that, though.
Yeah, I wanted it to be left out because this episode comes out on Christmas Day.
I mean,
so
it just goes to show that we're on it, man.
we're that far
We
ahead.
put in the work.
This is
we're
true.
good for it.
This is true.
Jake does.
Huh?
He's the one that planned all of it.
But, well.
Three
yeah.
cheers for the boss man.
Thanks, boss.
hip hip
You're welcome.
hooray.
You guys are such great
Hooray.
employees. I love you all.
Hip hip, boo.
But my paycheck
I will
doesn't
have you
show
know,
that.
it will never reflect what you do, Kagan. Your paycheck will never reflect what you do here, and you get 0 Christmas bonus.
Fuck.
But hey, the best gift that I can give you is my presents.
Aw.
Yeah,
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Gift, presents.
presents.
Do we want to give a little, not background, but I want to answer this question for y'all. What's the best gift y'all have ever received?
What's the best Christmas gift or just
best?
gift?
What's the best gift y'all have ever received for Christmas?
Let's
For
say
Christmas.
Let's say Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one.
Ethan, you go first.
My Xbox One.
That's a pretty good one.
I got a direct TV. I got an actual TV. My Xbox One. I've got I had 4 video games that year.
Do you remember?
It was pretty good. It was Halo 4,
Ooh. I mean,
Assassin's Creed, one of the Assassin's Creeds. And then there were Call of Duty, not Call of Duty, Ghost Recon.
Which
and
one?
then the first one.
Okay.
And then there was one other. I can't remember.
Halo for free.
Halo 4.
Halo free.
What was it?
I don't know.
Halo 5 Guardians.
But I was 13, I think.
I have a similar. I have a similar answer. I think one that just came to mind. Adam, you can go next if you'd like to.
I think so. I actually have a fun Christmas story of
Ew.
rambunctious mischief.
Okay.
Of me and my little brother back whenever, I don't even remember how old we were.
We lads.
It was whenever we lived.
Teeny.
I'm not going to say that.
We lived in a place.
Farther
in a
location.
place relatively near of where we exist currently.
Somewhere on Earth.
Yep. And I remember one Christmas, our parents, they had already gotten all of the Christmas gifts weeks in advance, and they had just hidden them somewhere. And at the time, we had a decently big property, and there was a house and a shop and 2 barns, and so there was plenty of places where they could have stashed the gifts until Christmas rolled around. But I had just recently hit the age, which was 13 or 14, where my parents deemed it where I was old enough to be left home alone whenever they went to do stuff, and they were also allowed my brother to stay home with me as long as I kept an eye on him. And so one day they went to town, and I looked at my brother and I was like, "Let's go find these presents."
Oh hell yeah!
And we started searching, and eventually we found them. They were in Dad's shop in a little side room, and it was set up you'd open this big wooden door, and it would go into the side room, and there was another room up top, and there was a wooden pillar in the middle of the room that would hold that room up. And so me and my brother, we opened the door and we see all the gifts, and we're like, holy shit, and we start looking around. We're looking under tarps and shit because they had them covered.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of cool shit in there, which ties into the question you asked. We got airsoft guns
Hell
because
yeah.
whenever we were really into airsoft. We got a trampoline. That was the big present for everybody, dude.
Yeah.
I almost shit a brick whenever I saw that trampoline. I was like, oh my God. And a bunch of other stuff. Sorry.
You good?
And after that, we were like, okay, let's cover these back up. We were never here. And the next day, my stepdad comes in to the room where we're at, and he's like, "You two."
Oh.
What? Come with me.
Oh, no.
And we get up, and he takes us into their room where Mom's waiting. And he's like, "So, you have something you want to tell us?
Not at all.
And I was like, no.
Nor?
Nar.
You have something you want to tell us? He was, no. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Having to do with gifts and such. And me and my brother looked at each other. I was like, oh my
You
God.
were shivering.
I was like,
and-
it's fucking psychics.
That reminds me. Go ahead.
And eventually, we fessed up, obviously,
Yeah.
because we were under pressure.
Yeah.
And they gave us this whole talk about how, like, obviously, we shouldn't even give you these presents since you went snooping, but we're still going to give them to you. Just if it happens again, you will get nothing that Christmas.
It's like, how did you know? We didn't. You told us.
The-
They're like mind games.
That's the thing. Is like after they were done, I was like, "How did you know?" And he was like, "We're just parents. We just know."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, I guess they are telepathic." And then like years later, like 5 years later, I think I was like 19, and I was at home, and I asked my mom. I was like, "Hey, you remember a while back when me and Ben found the presents, and you guys found out somehow, even though you weren't even home?" It's like, "How the fuck? How did you know?" She was like, "Oh." So you know that room where they're hidden? You know how there's that pillar in the middle that holds up the room? We were like, yeah. He's like, your dad strapped one of his deer cameras to that, and it took like 15 pictures of y'all.
Damn. Okay.
It would have been funny if
They caught
as-
you in 4K, bro.
Yeah, they caught me and my brother in 4K snooping around the room. They had like 15 photos. I think she still had them too. I think she whipped them out and was like,
Nice.
look at this. Look
You
at
should
this.
just like cut them out and make them into
That's you.
ornaments just as a reminder for you. And your
Yeah,
brother.
it's like when
Just
you
be
catch like raccoons getting in your getting in your trash cans. It's like me and my brother just opening the door and just
Dude, while you were telling your story, I have like, I can relate to everything that you just said.
Yeah.
Because I used to be really bad at snooping with Christmas gifts, and back whenever it was just me.
Oh, I will say,
Yeah.
after that, we never looked again. It was
Yeah.
like that was enough. It was like, okay, well, yeah, I'm not
Lesson
risking.
learned.
Yeah, lesson learned. But continue.
Yeah, whenever it was just me and my mom, there was one year where I went to the store with her, and she got one of my gifts, and she had to talk to somebody outside of the car in the parking lot, and that was prime snooping time, brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it wasn't hard either, because it was one of those things where I was in the back seat, and you know how they have a lot of cars in the back seat, they have the passenger seats, and then they have in the middle the little console that comes down, the cup holder, and then behind that you can access
you can
the
get
trunk.
into the trunk.
Yes. So I did that. I figured out how to get back there, and there was a thing where you can lock it
Yeah.
to where you can't access it, but it wasn't locked. So I just pulled that down, and I saw what I got, and it was like a Mega Bloks Halo set.
Oh,
And
awesome.
I was like,
Fuck yeah.
fuck yeah. I can't remember if I got to keep it because she
Oh.
figured out. But yeah, and every other year after that, I did try to snoop. Sometimes I was successful, sometimes I wasn't. But it got so bad to where they had to lock all of our presents in a back room in their closet.
The back rooms.
Yeah, in a back room in the closet, like
just out of
yes.
the way.
And they had to change locks too because it was so bad. But I was also the same guy that ate like at 12 or 1 and raided my parents' pantry, and they had to put locks on those too. So like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I had that problem too.
Dude, it's like I said, after that first time, me and my brother never snooped again because it was like, they gave us the warning. It was like, if we catch you again, then you're not getting those presents that year. And we were like, okay, lesson learned, we're not going to snoop next time.
Yeah.
But if it got to that point where I kept snooping to the point where they had to lock them up, mid to late in my teen years, I learned how to pick locks, so that wouldn't have really stopped me. I just did
Nice
it,
try.
I just did it for fun. Like I have a lock picking set at home.
just
It's-
as a challenge,
Yeah.
just be like, yeah, I could
it's like
probably
I
do
watched
that.
a lot of lock picking YouTubers, and I figured like lock picking lawyer and stuff,
Yeah.
and McNally, and
Yeah.
I played enough Skyrim to know how to unlock a
yeah,
master.
I just
lock.
kind of
What are you
figured.
talking about?
I was interested in how locks worked, and I figured out how to pick them. Like I'm no professional, but I can get it open in like 10, 15 minutes or so.
Hell yeah. To answer your question though, Kagan, I think my favorite, I don't even know if it was a Christmas gift, but I think it was, but it was also an Xbox 360. And I only got one game for it. No, I got 2 games. I got the Xbox 360 with the Kinect. So I got Kinect Adventures,
Yeah.
which kicked ass at the time. It still
I
does.
had that too.
Yeah, it still does. And then I got Sonic Unleashed.
I had that too.
And it was
yeah.
it also slapped fucking
Those are
ass,
the
dude.
only 2 games I had for my Kinect.
Really?
yeah,
Really?
Kinect Adventures
I
and
had
Sonic
the-
Unleashed.
Yeah,
I had
that's what I
the
got.
Adventures one.
I think they came. I think they came
They
with
might
the
have.
Kinect.
They might have. But yeah, that was. I had an amazing time, dude.
I miss
My
my
360 was a
Xbox
hand-me-down.
360, man.
What'd you say, Ethan?
I said my 360 was a hand-me-down.
Oh, that you said my 360 was a handgun. I was like, what?
No.
I
Yeah,
got y'all covered in a full 360.
It was shaped like a console.
I miss Xbox 360, man.
I do
I've been
too.
getting so many like nostalgia bait videos on like my YouTube Shorts and stuff of people like booting up their 360s and popping in Modern Warfare 2 and
Yeah.
like doing team deathmatch on high rise, and I'm just like, oh god.
Dude, Kagan and I used to play Xbox all the time. Like couch co-op games, like Lego games, Lego Lord of the Rings, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, Lego Marvel, Murder Miners, like
Castle Miners Z.
Yeah, Castle Miners Z.
I love whenever on like your newer Xbox, like an Xbox One or a Series X or whatever, when they would make them backwards compatible with
Yeah.
older Xbox games like 360 games and stuff. And whenever you boot them up, you get like the little login pop up from the 360, and it's just like a blast from the past. Like, oh,
Beautiful.
I miss
as the day
that
I lost
dashboard,
you.
dude.
exactly.
I miss that UI so much.
Me
'cause
too.
It's so good.
And I hated the Xbox One UI. I don't know why.
It's very modern. It's
Yeah.
like it's
It was
not-
just so different. I was
blah.
like, I've been fucking booting up my 360 for the last 10 years. This is just different.
Yeah.
Also, at the time, I thought it was really cool with the black Xboxes. I thought it was really cool that you could just touch the
Yeah.
button,
Yeah.
and then it would just turn on. You didn't
Until
click
like
it.
your dog walked up
Yeah.
or walked past.
Sniffed
and
it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sniffed
the,
it.
dude, the slightest touch would turn it on or off, and that was frustrating. But I thought it was really cool
It was cool until it wasn't.
until it wasn't.
Yeah. Until it
Uh,
proved to be an inconvenience.
I had an uncle that had an R2D2 themed one that was touchscreen.
That's rad.
Yeah.
I remember.
I don't know what happened to it though.
Oh, dude, I was a big Uncharted fan. And my dad had an Uncharted themed PlayStation. And I thought that
Oh,
was the
hell yeah.
coolest thing ever. I love Uncharted.
I was never able to get any of the themed consoles. I
neither.
still have never gotten a themed console.
Me neither.
They're cool in
Jake-
theory, but
Yeah.
like what?
I know, but I don't want to keep derailing into video game talk.
But
But
Kagan needs to go too.
yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Say
bud.
I'm like,
Yeah.
can I have my turn? Y'all just
sorry,
keep
dude.
fucking yapping.
Let me ask Jake this. I know you're a big fan of The Last of Us.
Yeah.
So thus you like Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Uncharted?
I did, but I only played it recently. I played every single one except for Lost Legacy.
Okay. You
Yeah.
played Uncharted 4? Mm-hmm. Good.
I really, really enjoyed it.
You can get it on Steam.
Hell yeah.
You can get it as a bundle. You get Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy.
I had a really good time with all four of those games, but my favorites were 2 and 4.
2 and 4 are the best ones
Yeah,
by like a
they're
country
great.
mile. 1's great, but it's just so old. Like you can
Yeah.
feel it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But
But
I had
3
a-
kind of 3 was kind of yeah.
I had a lot of fun with them. I had fun with all of them.
But yeah, on Steam, it's called the Legacy of Thieves collection. You can get Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy like bundled together on
I
Steam.
do have that on PlayStation. I have all of them on PlayStation.
Good.
So.
Anyway,
Hell yeah. All right,
Kagan.
Kagan, what is your...
He's just.
your-
Can I speak? May I speak now?
hey, we're
no.
having a good conversation, man.
No.
About video games. We're not trying
It's
to
for
tell.
gifts. Keep going.
Okay, so I have a couple stories actually.
So Jake, as we were talking about,
I will lunge up across this table at you.
So, The Last of Us Part 2.
yeah, fucking horrible game.
So,
Okay.
probably one of my best gifts I got was when I got my Xbox One, because then my dad got me BioShock Infinite with it, which is my favorite game ever. But it's obvious he didn't know what it was about. He's like, yeah, I saw this game, and they said it was about like zombies or something. And I played it. I'm like, there's not a single zombie in this game. What are you
Wrong.
What
wrong?
was he talking about?
Well, he was like, that's what the guy told me, and I was like,
The guy was wrong.
I was like, he may be talking about like the one of the first two, but even then, they aren't zombies. They're just mutated people.
Zombies mentioned.
And
BioShock Infinite is fucking
so
great, dude.
I will say this: this is not a
haven't played
drag
a
on my mom.
I haven't
but
played a single BioShock game.
a majority of my good gifts have come from my dad, just because he's always been more well off. My mom's always gotten me good stuff, but my dad has been like the cherry on top with what I
Yeah.
get.
Yeah.
Because he's been the one that's gotten me my consoles, like my PlayStation, Xbox 360, Xbox One,
That's like
Xbox One X.
I was always appreciative of every gift I got from my parents and like
I
my
was
aunts
too.
and uncles.
Yes.
But my uncle Tim, like he would just always get us the cool shit. He was the cool uncle that would get us like weapons for Christmas, and it was like, yeah.
That's cool. And then one year, you know, when you're at your when it's Christmas Eve, when you were young, you could barely sleep. Your excitement was like bouncing off the walls. And I remember I woke from a cold sweat, and
George Lopez.
they
on
would
the
turn
TV.
off they would turn off
right.
all the lights except the Christmas tree, because they had a really tall living room because their house was 2-story. So it was like easily a 12-foot tall tree. So those lights were bright. It was like a signal flare. And I the way the house was laid out was, it was living room, and then behind the living room was a staircase that went up, and there was like an overlook onto the living room through like a railing. and I heard rustling down there, so I kind of crawled over to see.
Who's wrestling?
I heard rustling down there.
Who's
First,
Russell
first name,
Lang?
last name.
Yeah,
Going to
Russell
fucking kill
Lang,
you.
Asian man.
But I looked down and I see someone dressed as Santa, and it was my dad, obviously.
Oh.
But I was like,
You were up there shaking. Oh,
I was like, oh shit! And like the wooden beams were kind of creaky, and I leaned on one too much, and it made like a cracking noise. And right as it did, I looked at it, and I was like, fuck. So I kind of just like slinked back into the darkness out of his sight, but I'm pretty sure he turned around and saw me.
So did he catch you?
If he did,
If he didn't say anything.
He never saw anything.
that's
He
one of
probably
those
saw me.
moments. Yeah, that's one of those moments where you just let your kid have the magic and just be like,
Dude,
I was probably like 8 at this time, so I easily thought it was Santa Claus. I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah,
I caught him at the right time.
I did want to add to what Kagan was saying though, like the Christmas Eve, the night of Christmas
dude,
Eve,
the anticipation.
the anticipation. Like I used to be super bad with it, and I'm really sad now that I'm really jaded. It just feels like another day now. But I
Yeah.
used to stay up. I used to get up at like 4 a.m. and just
and you go into your parents' room and start
yes,
jumping.
and then and then they would always say, go back to bed, like go to sleep.
It's like, I
go to
can't-
sleep. It's
I
not
can't,
time
I'm
yet.
awake now.
But I remember whenever I was like maybe 15. No, it was
15. You're a little
No,
believing in
not-
Santa, young man.
not 15.
50.
Whenever the Force Awakens came out, because we were talking about that earlier, and I vividly remember watching that movie like 3 times the night of Christmas Eve, and watching it up until my parents got up so we could open gifts.
I remember our parents would let us, like, we would go to deer camping, go camping a lot. So we had like sleeping bags and other camping supplies. And a lot of years, our parents would let us make pallets on the living room floor out of blankets and bust out the sleeping bags and sleep around the Christmas tree.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And then we'd get up in the morning and, we'd be like, oh my God. Or our parents would come in, and because we would be up late the night before. So we would still be asleep until our parents got up, and they'd come in and be like, guys, look. And we'd look under the tree.
Pog face.
Whoa, Jack.
And then I do remember I got a trampoline one year, which was also, always a banger gift.
Dude,
It's always a banger
I
gift.
love
Did we build that?
a good trampoline.
No, that was years later.
Oh,
Because the
okay.
first one we had, remember we also had that the above ground pool at my mom's, and then that storm flipped over the trampoline into the neighbor's backyard and like
Oh,
destroyed
yeah.
it. It
Oh,
also
yeah.
flipped over the pool. And then years later, me and Jake went to Academy with my mom and bought another trampoline. And we put it together, and we never realized how hard getting those fucking springs
Dude.
on the trampoline
Yeah.
was.
If it
Takes
slips
the
out
might
of your
of
hand,
God.
it'll take your head off. Like,
Yeah, we were like, oh my God. I remember one time I was pulling, Jake came behind me, grabbed my waist, and started pulling with me just so he could, and even then it was a struggle. We were like, Jesus.
yeah.
It was a 2-man job.
I remember whenever we got the trampoline, our dad told us, he's like, but you guys are going to put this together in the front yard. And
Like, you got a deal.
it was one of those ones that came with like the safety net around
Yes.
the perimeter.
Oh, yeah.
And we put it together wrong. We put a bunch of pieces on backwards, so we couldn't put the net on. We were like, we don't need it.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
pretty
that's
sure-
that's what happens to most trampolines.
Because they
It's
want
like-
you to like sew the net to
Yeah.
the like between the springs, like they have. And me and Jake just looked at it and said, "Fuck it, we don't
fuck
need it."
that.
This
Yeah.
is complicated.
Who needs the
No.
net? It's like, if I want to get off the trampoline, I want to just leap in any direction. Like,
Speaking of trampolines, though, I bought one during COVID.
Trampoline with no net is always
I-
goaded.
You bought one?
I bought a trampoline during COVID, and it was it was a struggle finding one. And I was dead set on getting one, and I got one.
Was
But-
that one that rusted really bad?
No.
in your parents' backyard.
No, that was our first trampoline. But this one that I bought during COVID, because at the time I was doing a lot of we did parkour and stuff at
Yeah.
unnamed job, and I was doing a lot of that outside because at the time I didn't have a trampoline because we got rid of our old one. So I bought a new one, and I shit you not, I used it once, and then I was like, this was $200 wasted, and then I resold it. So I had to take it back apart, and then I sold it. I only had it for like 2 weeks.
In the grand scheme of things, $200 for a trampoline.
No,
is terrible.
That was
it
not
wasn't.
terrible.
It wasn't bad, and it was a good sized trampoline. But I was like profoundly disappointed in myself after I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to use this.
All right, boys.
So,
I think we should transition into our actual subject for the day.
no.
you in a
Yes.
rush, Bucko?
No, I'm not.
Tis
in a
the
rush,
season.
But I wanna discuss some of this because I have my own stories.
You're
about
right.
This.
I do too.
Tis the season.
So-
Thanksgiving.
Be jolly.
Christmas is the year of giving and receiving. I do both. You know what I mean.
No, it's about the time of giving.
I just said that and
You s-
receiving.
no,
I said
you don't-
giving and receiving.
you don't-
He's talking about
I was making a sex joke.
Talking about fucking.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
that's why I
sorry.
said I do both. You know,
It's okay, Ethan. You'll get there.
consider it. But
Oh.
I'm incredibly blonde. So.
but we just talked about our best gifts, but what about some of the worst ones?
Or strange.
So we went on Ask Reddit and went to worst gifts ever received, and there's some good ones on there.
Yes, there is.
Kagan, I feel like
I found some certified bangers.
you said that you found 7.
I have 7
I
of
can
them.
guarantee you have at least one of mine, or I have at least one of yours.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
I
because
have
it was
3.
You have 3, Adam. How many do you have?
Let me look.
I think I have 3 as well.
Yeah, I went on a tangent because I got like lured in, and I was like, "Oh, these are good. These are really good." And I just kept.
2 of them are my own, but
So my thing with them though is a lot of them were just like really lame things. They
Yeah,
weren't like
they're
strange or they weren't
stupid.
bad, but they were just like, I'm a male and I was given a pink tracksuit in a woman's size. It's like,
So I have 4,
Okay.
technically 5. There's one that's just kind of a little gag, but
and then
I thought it was funny.
I have my own personal ones, and in the grand scheme of things, the one I was given isn't really a bad gift. It wasn't something that was for me.
yeah.
And I guess I can start with that one.
Yeah, go ahead and start.
I was probably like 12, 13 at the time, and my uncle got me. This was before I like appreciated nature as I do now.
Yeah.
So my uncle got me a fishing pole, and I verbatim said, "What the hell am I supposed to do with this?"
and he
said,
looked at you and said, "Fish."
and I was like, "I don't do that." And he was like, "Well,
Oh.
you better start."
And nowadays, back then you were disappointed, but nowadays you're like, "Of course I come fast. I got fish to catch."
Well, now
It's
that I
like
look
getting
back,
socks for Christmas.
now that I look
You're
back
just-
on it, it was a pretty good
Oh,
rod
yeah.
too. It was like I was like, damn, that was actually a really nice fishing rod too.
Now socks are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
awesome.
Sins.
Like I've gotten to the point now where my parents were like, first off, I moved out and they were like, so have you thought of anything you want for Christmas? And I was like, I still get that. Like that's something that I still, And then my mind just blanked and I was like, I don't fucking know. I
Yeah.
guess just clothes.
I usually tell my dad
Yeah.
because he's like, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?" And usually, how it used to be, but I think my younger siblings abused this privilege too much, is we would get one expensive present.
Yeah.
That was usually an electronic of sorts, and then we get smaller things. But I think my siblings, mostly my little brother, ruined that because every year he'd ask for a new computer, and my dad's like, "No, you're not getting another computer. You just got one. Calm the fuck down." So I asked my dad. He's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I told him. He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. We ain't doing that anymore. You can still get nice things, but you're not getting electronics. I will give you money to buy it yourself, but I'm not buying it for you." And I was like, "Fair." I mean,
Money is a good
I was like,
universal gift.
I was like, "Damn, all right, but okay, I guess." I mean, I'm not gonna complain. You're giving me
yeah,
$200
you're an adult now,
Yeah.
so
Can I have a very small miniature rant real quick?
Sure.
So, I really do not like getting gift cards.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't either.
Whether
It
they be-
limits to what you can
Whether they,
spend.
even if it's like a Visa that you can use basically anywhere, it just
Yeah.
further complicates the process of spending Christmas money.
Yeah.
It's like you have to activate it, and then usually when you get there, it still doesn't even fucking work. So you have to go on their website and figure out what the hell's wrong.
Yeah, it's like
And it's
dog,
just like, just give me cash.
You went out of your way to go
Yes.
buy a card when you could have just gave me $50.
Yeah, instead
Like,
of going to the store and having that cash put on a card, that just complicates my ability to use it.
it's like it's a Visa. You can use it anywhere. I can use cash anywhere too.
And then
Or I
you-
can put it in my account and use a card.
you
Like,
use it and you get down to the point where
it's useless.
there's like 50 cents left on it. It's like, okay.
You just have to throw it away or buy something stupid.
I'm pretty
with
sure
it.
I have one of those that has like $3 on it left. And anytime I got those cards, I just used them on fast food.
I remember I got a $100 Visa gift card. And I went to Walmart, and this was still whenever I was in my airsoft phase.
Yeah.
And I got something that was really cool, that it was like just under $100. And it was a remote control tank that you could aim the little turret on top, and it shot airsoft BBs.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it was like the AGR from Black Ops 2. Like, it was awesome. My real ones get that reference. But yeah, it was awesome. And I got it and I used it for a little while. And after about 30 minutes of use, the turret broke and it wouldn't shoot BBs anymore. But as I was going to check out with the Visa gift card, it took at least like 5 tries to get it to work.
Yeah.
And it was like, why couldn't you just give me $100 in cash? Like,
Oh, another little thing is every year my dad would always get us like as stocking stuffers. He'd get us the little remote control helicopters. We'd take them outside. They would fly once and then just crash trash.
Yes.
Never work
Wouldn't
again.
work
Yes.
again, yeah.
And he was like, well, there's that.
There's
and then we
that.
just go back inside. And it's like, thanks, Dad.
You remember?
It's like the We're the Millers where they go outside and they shoot the one bottle rocket and they're like, well, that's the 4th of July. Let's keep going.
I remember one year my granddad got me and my brother a remote control helicopter, but it was big. Like it was like
Huge.
3.5 feet long from tail rotor to cockpit.
Yeah.
Like it was huge, and we took it outside and we started using it, and I just kind of hit the gas on it, and it just went up and up and up and up and started flying out over the forest until it exited the range of the remote
Controller.
control, and then we just watched it spiral down into the woods.
Well,
and
there
we
goes-
never saw it again.
How much do you think that thing was?
I don't know. I felt bad. I didn't mean to. But
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things with these bad gifts is, or a trend I've noticed is that when they don't know what to get the person on these Reddit threads, they literally just give them pieces of junk. It's like either just give them a card with some money or don't give them anything.
Yes.
You don't, because that just feels like more of a backhanded insult. It's like
Money never
I
fails.
I got you
as a
this
gift.
this thing of stickers. It's like, thanks. You
Yeah.
could have just gave me nothing.
Okay, money never fails as a gift unless it's specifically for Chili's. Okay, or like something very specific.
that's what, like with gift cards, like they
Yes.
get you a Chili's gift
exactly.
card.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
It's like, thanks, I'm 12.
yeah,
I'm really
12,
going
I
to go to
can't- yeah,
Chili's.
I can't fucking drive.
Yeah.
And then you have to ask your mom, hey, can we go like spend this? And she's like, I don't want to. And you're like,
It's like, I don't want Chili's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we thought you might like it, so we thought we'd get it.
And
for
we
you.
don't know you like that, so
We don't know you
There
like
you go.
that.
It's
We
also
don't know
like,
you like that.
you'd get a Christmas card that had cash in it, and you'd have to open it, and like the cash would fall out into your lap, and you have to pretend like the cash isn't there, and just be like, "Oh, this is such a nice card."
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, "There's money too."
Oh, it
there
fell
is.
out.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Thanks.
Have you seen that?
I'll
video?
keep the card, and
Where
then
he
the
opens
second
the
Where he
card.
opens it, and
Yeah.
it's like
I always
thousands of
throw away
dollars.
the
It's
card.
like,
Yeah.
and he just
Ignores
completely
it.
ignores it. Looks at the card, and he's like, she says, "There's money in there," and he's like, "What? Oh!" And it's like a pile of money.
Yeah, he's like, with
Yeah.
love from
Yeah.
Nana. And
Yeah.
she's like, oh, there's some money. He's like, oh, it appears there is.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I really like the card though. I'll keep it. And the second you're out of like line of sight, it's in the trash. Like,
There's been few times where I've actually kept the card.
if I
because
really
I
like a
liked it.
card, then
Yeah.
I'll keep it.
Like Valentine's Day cards, Kayla, the first one she ever got me was this really intricate one that was kind of like a 3D one that when you opened.
Yeah.
And I still have it somewhere because I just thought it was really cool.
I have
and it was
one-
like, my first girlfriend gave me her first Valentine's Day card. This
I'm
is
important.
This is going in the safe.
special.
I have
It's special.
one that Shay made me. Like, yeah. by
Okay,
hand.
handmade
I
shit.
kept
I
that
keep
shit.
all of it. Yeah. I
Yeah,
keep
if
all
it's like
handmade
if it's handmade, then I keep it whether I think it's cool or not because they put effort into it.
stuff.
Yeah.
Unless they
Throw that
clearly
shit
didn't.
all
Unless they like just like took a piece of notebook paper, folded it in half, and wrote "Happy Birthday" on with a pencil. Like, but I do have this is kind of a sad side note.
Oh, man.
My nana, she passed not too long ago from lung cancer, and like cancer in like 5 different places that originated in her lung, I think.
Ooh.
But I still have like the last card that I got from her that she actually like wrote on and signed. I have it somewhere in my closet. That's like, it's like, a nice little message like, God bless you, love Nana and Pop. Like,
Yeah.
I will say another one of the worst gifts I ever got from my aunt, and this is one of those ones where it's like, you just didn't need to give me anything. She literally gave me a pack of gum. I was like, you shouldn't just don't
You
give me
shouldn't
You
anything.
shouldn't
have.
have even tried.
no,
Literally,
really,
you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But what the hell is this? Like,
Like, first off, I like gum's fine.
What
but
kind
I
of
don't-
gum was it?
It was like mint gum. It wasn't even a good mint gum either.
Oh god.
But it's like I've never liked my aunt. She's never liked me. So it was like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
this is
All
this is
right.
to be expected. Well, do we want to get into it, boys?
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
And this one I thought was really funny. This one is by Starring Becca. This was 11 years ago.
And this is on Reddit.
Yeah, so mine ranged from like 10 months to 12 years ago in time frame because I wanted to get a nice spectrum of like how things were. And
Yep.
it was, my mom bought me one of those 3D posters that were all the rage in the 90s, but I'm blind in one eye.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not
Depth
blind, and I
perception.
fucking hate 3D shit.
Yeah.
Like 3D movies just give me a headache, anyways. So
Yeah, and
I
that
mean,
depth
the
perception.
only
it's
3D experience I enjoy is in the movie theater.
not even then. Like I hate wearing the glasses.
well, I hate
I
it
mean, I
because
tolerate them.
I remember
sometimes the 3D stuff is only in certain scenes, so you can just take the glasses
Right.
off and then
Yeah, I've watched one movie where I've actually put on the 3D glasses, and it was have y'all seen Journey to the Center of the Earth?
Yes.
With Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
Yes.
And there's like the scene where there's like all these like weird jellyfish things floating in the air, and that those were kind of cool. Like
Yeah.
I remember I saw it. I was like 10 years old, and I had the glasses on. I was at my nana's house. It's just like she had a DVD that came with 2 pairs of 3D glasses.
Dude, they don't do that anymore.
No, they
That's
don't.
really cool. They
3D
come
was
with
a
the-
gimmick.
Yeah,
That did not last
for sure.
long.
For sure.
I think the first 3D movie I ever saw was Avatar.
I think mine
Like
was.
the one with the blue people.
Yes.
Not the Last Airbender.
Yes, the blue people
Okay.
one.
You watched that movie so long, dude. Oh my
I know.
God.
I
With
watched
3D
it.
glasses.
I know. I suffered, and I know my mom suffered worse than I did because I went to see it with her.
I can't remember what the first 3D movie I saw was because I haven't seen many of them.
Yeah. For me, it was definitely Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Might have been Spy Kids.
Spy Kids 3D.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember.
Isn't that the one where they're where they're in the video games and stuff? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might have been.
They
the one.
essentially got isekai'd.
Yeah.
I mean, they do.
Yeah,
It goes
I
to
haven't
the
thought of
game.
it that
And if
way.
you die in the game, you die in real life.
You're not the guy. I love that Elijah Wood.
Spy Kids
is the
SAO.
Yeah.
guy. Yeah. SAO.
I'm the guy.
I remember the first 4D
Cake.
movie I ever saw.
Cake.
The first what?
4D movie I ever saw was Spy Kids 4.
What the fuck is 40?
It's got like smell vision, so they
like-
give you a card with a bunch of
Oh.
scenes, and when it was a certain scene, it would flash a number, and you scratch that number to get a smell.
Yeah.
And most of the time, I was just like, this doesn't smell like what I expected it to.
It's too much work.
It's
It's,
like it's
uh,
like a scene of the dude's sweaty butt crack, and it's like scratch and sniff now.
now.
Oh God! Why did I do
Kagan,
this?
do you remember? It's like a 5. It was like a 5D thing. Do you remember that? And at the mall, they had it for a while, and we did. I think you were with me. We did like the zombie one.
Oh yeah,
Or something. You remember that?
Yeah.
And it was like you would get into your seats, and it was kind of like a mini roller coaster type thing because
think I
your
know what
seats
you're
would
talking about.
shake. You'd have a screen in front of you. It'd be like 3D.
I think our mics are picking up a siren.
Uh oh.
I can
Yeah.
hear it.
Yeah, I can hear a siren outside.
Shit!
Somebody okay?
Gotta go.
Ethan,
No,
do
you don't.
Ethan, do you want to go?
No. Yes, I'll go.
No.
So this one is from Anzabar on Reddit, and it just says microwavable lunch.
Hey, that's not
As a
bad.
Christmas gift.
I'll take that these
If
days.
someone gave me like a
Microwavable lunch.
MRE, did you get those MREs for Christmas or just cause?
I just found them at a military
Okay.
surplus store, and I
Well-
bought
But
like
an MRE is still cool.
That would've been fucking
I
awesome.
bought 12
Yeah.
of them for each one was $1. I bought 12 MREs for $12.
Yeah.
But no,
Best
what
deal I
Ethan's
ever
talking
found.
what Ethan's talking about is grandma got somebody like 50 kid cuisines and then
Yeah.
called it a
like
day.
a kid cuisine.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, I'm meal prep.
like a kid cuisine, here you go.
Melted and
yeah, I'm
everything.
meal prep. Opens the freezer and there's like 20 kid cuisines in there.
I mean, that is meal prepping.
It's like Grammy, they aren't lunchleys.
I love you, but
The fucking mac
What?
and cheese.
Not as much as I love drippy cheese.
Like my cheese
kept your
drippy, bro.
trees drippy, huh?
I don't think I've ever received food as a gift before, like a Christmas gift, except for candy.
I don't
Yeah,
think.
I've seen-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
that's
received like a tin of like homemade cookies.
Yeah, you expect like popcorn,
But they were
candy
holiday
canes, that
themed.
kind of
Other
all
than
that.
candy, like my mom would fill our stockings with candy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the real presents would be under the tree
Yeah.
wrapped.
My mom would usually give me like beef jerky and stuff, and that's because since my parents are divorced, I'd have Christmas a couple days early with my mom, and then I go actually have Christmas with my dad.
Yeah.
So my mom would always pack me snacks for the plane ride. So it was always like beef jerky, Swedish fish, all the candies and stuff I liked that I would just devour
Yeah.
on the way there. And I was like, this isn't a healthy diet.
Can
my
you
stomach gonna hurt.
Can you imagine though waking up Christmas morning, being so excited for a gift, and then unwrapping a moist kid cuisine?
Oh my god!
It's like, why is this package wet? Oh, you'll like that one.
Oh, you'll like
I got a
it.
good
Came straight
deal
from the
for it.
freezer.
I got a good deal for
melted,
it.
Mom.
Well, at least
Makes
the
it so much better.
the brownies room temp now, so enjoy that.
My turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam, let's see what you got.
So I got this is just a real short one. Is one year in 2015, my mom got me a copy of Mein Kampf and nothing else.
Oh,
And
was
that
this in
act-
Germany?
it doesn't say.
In Germany,
And that
it's
the poster
illegal.
was the relevant elephants 2 years ago.
Nice.
So I actually have a related story.
Okay.
One year, it was actually for our graduation. We had just graduated high school, so it was 2019. And my buddy had a girlfriend who I was friends with, and she sucked. But that we're past that now. I'm sure at least you two know who I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we were cool at that point. And as a graduation present, like she knew that I really liked Oreos, and she also knew that I was just kind of like stupid and liked funny, edgy humor.
Yeah.
So she gave me like a party-sized pack of Oreos, but it had a flash drive taped to the top of it with Scotch tape. And I was like, oh, Oreos, hell yeah, but what's this? And she was like, once you get home, you'll know. And I hooked it up to my computer, and it was a PDF of Mein Kampf, like the whole book. I was like, hell yeah. I never read it.
Oh, but do you still have it?
I think it's still on my computer somewhere.
Somewhere in
Nice.
digital space.
It's probably a Trojan, honestly.
Yeah.
Probably been transmitting all of my computer's data to the government. But
That's why your computer's been fucking up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps blue
That's why you get
screening.
blue screen. Yeah. Yep.
But
yeah.
he's like, yeah, just blue screens every now and then. It's not supposed to blue screen
it
at
only,
all.
it only
Yeah.
does it,
Does
like,
it
once a month.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to do it at all.
We'll
I
be
know
in the middle
that,
of a
Kagan.
match, and he'll cut out like,
Yeah, but
and he's just gone.
I don't have the money to fix it right now. Eventually I will. Especially if your cousin offered to get me a couple of sticks of RAM that he had laying around so I can replace the RAM and see if that's the problem. And if that's not
I
the
could ask
problem,
him.
if that's not the problem, I know it's the motherboard.
Okay.
I didn't want to like buy one and then realize I replaced the wrong thing. So
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough. Is it my turn?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. I don't have the date, which I'm sorry. For,
The date doesn't matter.
But
I
this Reddit user's name is Mediocre Passenger 123. It says my aunt gave me a tire pressure gauge for a car. I was 7 years old.
okay,
You'll need it later.
at 7, that's kind of wild. But
Yeah.
like at an older age, I appreciate gifts like
I
that.
appreciate little appliances. And
Like
shit,
I've
for
gotten
sure.
I've gotten stuff like for my birthday one year. My grandma got me a really good set of jumper cables, and I was like, hell yeah! And I've used them a few times. They've come in handy.
Yeah.
She also
Kayla's-
got me like a little a pack of like replacement fuses and like a fuse tester for
Yeah.
a car, and I was like, hell yeah! I keep
It's
it
useful.
in my keep
Yeah.
it in my glove box.
Kayla's dad's ex-girlfriend's parents gave me and Kayla slime kits one year, and I was like, honestly, I appreciate that. Hell yeah.
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 Anything that like could be useful in a situation that you hadn't like considered. It's like, oh yeah, now if I get a flat, this will come in handy.
Use the slime.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nickelodeon slime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did it.
All right. I got this one's a bit longer, but the poster's deleted, like so I guess they got rid of their account. When the Tamagotchi craze was in full swing, my siblings and I asked for one. My sisters both got one, and I got a jacket because mine was torn up and small. When I asked my dad why I didn't get one, and if Santa thought I did something bad this year, he told me I was too old for Santa and needed to learn life isn't fair.
Oh,
I was 8. My sister was 7 and 5. So got it. So 8's the cutoff.
Damn.
damn.
That's young.
Straight up,
Womp
he's just
womp.
like, life isn't fair. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
It's
Wait, so-
Christmas.
Hold on. Was that the? Okay. Wait. Was that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was longer than. It's one of my longer ones.
Okay.
'cause-
I actually have something like semi-similar here to like that just kind of like pragmatic negativity
Yeah.
being thrown at a kid. So this next one that I have, it says, I love my grandparents, but the poster is a Skeledenn, 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 2 years ago. I love my grandparents, but they always had that weird habit of giving like random side presents along with what I actually asked for. The best example was when I was 14, one of the side gifts was a book titled How to Accept Your Death, which was about terminal cancer.
What the?
Jesus.
They knew I liked books and science, but they got a tad carried away. I'm now 22 and thankfully haven't ever felt the need to read that book and hopefully never will. Anyway, this year's present opening will be in a few hours. I wonder what it will be this time. Imagine you're 14 years old, you unwrap a present from grandma and grandpa, and it's a book titled How to Accept Your Death.
It's like
Well,
they're trying to warn him.
It's like, Jesus Christ, and grandpa's like got a gun trained on him. Open it.
open it.
You'll need it.
Open it.
Open it.
Game's
Sonny.
rigged. It always was.
I have a personal one.
All right.
Oh, wait. What's up?
Your audio sounds weird.
To me, it sounds like whenever I talk, it sounds like there's a, like, I don't know. It
A
sounds
barrier.
I wouldn't say barrier, but it feels like, I don't even know how to describe it. It sounds hollow, almost.
I can't hear it on my end, so I think it's his headphones.
I can't either.
It might be
Yeah,
my
I
headphones.
think it's his headphone sensitivity would be turned up.
They sound, it sounds a little weird.
Doobie doobie dooba doobie.
That's I mean, that's I can deal with it. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, that's like you sound fine over on my end. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a personal thing, I guess. But I can deal with it. What's your story, Ethan?
I got a Barbie doll for Christmas one year.
Yeah.
I was
yeah?
like 7.
Which one?
My grandparents. I can't remember. but it wasn't what I wanted.
It wasn't.
It was a gag gift. Like they did it on purpose to make
I was
fun
about to
of
say
me.
it wasn't like the Barbie that you wanted.
I love a good gag gift.
but-
When I was doing research for weird Christmas gifts, I found one gag, like an image of a gag gift, which was a box of what was called cargo socks, and it was socks with like
Socks with pockets.
socks with cargo short pockets on the side.
Yes, I would
What would
love
be
those.
the practical use of that?
Put ball bearings in it.
For what? You never know when you might need a ball bearing.
Pocket cars. Keep spark plugs in them.
Keep
What
little
for?
trinkets in
Busting
there.
windows.
Yeah, spark plugs,
All the
ball
rocks and
bearings,
stuff you
Little
collect.
rocks. Yeah.
Cool rocks. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
just walking around, you see a cool rock, put it in your sock pocket.
Every rock you get in your
Accidentally-
shoe, you just collect in
You
your
accidentally
sock.
kick your shin on something, and it just makes the damage 10 times worse.
It's like, hey man, I want to show you something.
Yeah.
You reach in your pocket.
It's like-
your sock pocket.
I remember
buy some rocks?
We did something similar as like just a funny gag gift kind of thing whenever
Yeah.
I was in band back in school. And someone got someone else an Xbox, and it was a cardboard box that they had drawn an X on.
Oof. It's a pretty good one though.
Yeah.
Who's next?
It's me, but I hate. I think it's actually Ethan. I think we went Kagan, Adam.
I
Well, Ethan just went because he should
You just went. Okay.
Yeah.
You
So
hate, I hate. I think it's actually Ethan. I hate Ethan.
No,
sorry.
I hate whenever people use boxes for other things as the box for your gift.
Yes.
Dude.
Do not like that.
Have you seen?
Do not like that.
Have you seen the video of the dude? He gets a gift for his mom, and he's like, "My mom hates puzzles. I'm gonna surprise her." And he gets a puzzle box, and he puts a box for a new iPad inside the puzzle box, and then closes it. And the mom, she's like, "Oh, a puzzle, great!" And she takes the lid off, and it's like, "Oh my god, an iPad, thank you!" And then she opens it, and the puzzle pieces are in the iPad box.
That's cruel. It's just,
Dude, I don't know what I'm
do
going to
that.
ask for this year because last time when I asked my mom, when she asked what I want for Christmas, I told her what I planned on buying myself and she went and bought it for me. But when she slid it to me, she had like a sad look on her face. So I feel guilty about asking her for things now.
Okay, here's the thing though. Like,
It's like-
the older you get, when you have a job, if you want something, most of the time you buy it. Like,
Yeah.
And then whenever people ask you what you want for Christmas or what do you want for a gift, you're dumbfounded. You
don't
don't
know.
know what to say because
Yeah.
you're like, if I want something, I'll just get it myself.
Well, and I've gained, awareness of things. So like I know my mom is not as good financially off. So I'm probably just not going to ask her for much this year. If she gets me anything, it'll be of her own volition.
My
Yeah.
mom always surprises me with something.
It's like I just tell my family, it's like if you want to get me anything for my birthday or Christmas, just fucking throw some money my way. I'll
Yeah.
throw it in my bank account and use it for groceries or something. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Did you?
It is my turn.
Yeah.
This is also from Reddit, and this Reddit user's name is A Boy from the Sky.
wow, God.
He got an entire mouse skeleton that his uncle wired together surprisingly well to make it stay put. He was 7. And
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, his uncle knew that he loved animals, so he thought it'd be a good present.
That's actually
I don't
pretty
know
cool.
the details of this one. I don't know if it was like taxidermied, but
I
from what
also-
I'm guessing, it's like it was a skeleton pinned together
That's what
or
I'm
something.
thinking.
With,
I,
like,
I
copper
also
wires.
saw that one while I
And
was
just
researching.
giving it to this kid. I don't know how I'd feel about that. If I liked animals, just go to Hobby Lobby and get me like a replica of a skeleton. I'd be completely fine with that. But I can only imagine what the parents thought. Like, oh my god, it's a dead animal. Oh shit. Like,
I honestly think that's cool, especially if he
It-
did it himself.
it is
I was
pretty
like,
cool.
that's metal as shit.
but I don't know how clean the bones were and all that
Yeah.
shit. I
Yeah.
don't know.
You have to like rinse it in some
For a
sort of chemical.
7-year-old, that's like that's a lot.
Yeah.
For like I'd say like a 15-year-old boy who's really into animals and biology and stuff, that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like that's something that he'd put on his shelf and look at every day.
Yeah. But I don't know how I would feel if I got. I mean, it would be cool now, but it'd be
cadaver.
like, yeah, a
a
cadaver.
cadaver.
Yeah, a skeleton.
Spooky.
But yeah, that's I have 2 more. I had 4 actually instead of 3. So I guess we can go around again. So it's Kagan's turn again.
Yeah. So this one is another deleted account. A lot of the ones I found were deleted.
Redacted.
Yeah.
A 1-person tent and a lantern for my mother-in-law. We were struggling to pay the bills back then, and she said in front of everyone, "This is in case you guys get evicted." We had 3 kids at the time.
Jesus.
Their gift was eviction?
It's like, dude, come on.
Your gift was eviction?
It's like, dude, come on. Have some like, what's the word? Have some fucking
social
decency.
cues?
Yeah, and some decency not to do that.
Have a little bit of social awareness, please.
Yeah.
What's up? In every one of these posts I've seen, it was always like my mother-in-law. It's like, why is every mother-in-law a spiteful cunt?
Yeah.
There's a theme here.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
took my child from me.
There's a science to it.
Luckily, my potential mother-in-law passed away. So
Oh,
She became a
okay.
human casserole.
exactly.
But
Happy holidays.
another one I saw, a lot of other ones I saw was obviously like Adam, you were talking on the way here, favoritism between like stepchildren and normal children.
Yeah.
Luckily, I never had that issue. My stepmom, well, it was also my dad who pays for everything, so he kind of chose what we got. But my
Yeah.
stepmom wasn't heartless as to give favoritism to who got what. My dad always made sure it was fair.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that about her.
My mom.
That's about it.
I remember my step family. They were just they were so like my sister was their favorite because they were she was my stepdad's biological daughter, and me and my brother were like my mom's sons from our biological dad, and so there was just always favoritism. No matter how much my mom tried to fight it, like Paige would always get really really cool stuff, and we'd get like basically like dollar bin toys from Dollar General.
That's one thing I fucking hate is favoritism between kids, because it's like, yeah, they're not your kids, but you took a responsibility when you married this person.
Yeah,
that
that
you're
is
going
a
to,
package deal.
it's a package deal, and you have to treat them fairly. Obviously, like, you're going to harbor more affection towards your own child because it's yours, but even still, you got to keep a standard of like actually treating them like they matter, because if
Yeah.
you do that, you're going to get resentment and they're going to fucking hate you.
Yeah.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Exactly.
This is kind of in the same vein. But I had an ex that for Christmas, what her mom would do was she worked for like different stores with the display, like putting up the displays and everything. So I guess she had like access to certain things in the stores. And what she would do for Christmas was she would get a huge box and fill it with like what seemed like random shit, but it was really cool because she got one for me along with, her two daughters,
Yeah.
which was really cool because I felt included, but it was different because I'd never got she didn't know me that well. So she just got me like this huge Mod Podge of like, here, you'll like
Here,
at least one
sort
thing
through it,
here.
pick out what you
and,
want.
And I did. It was like books, comic books,
hell yeah.
food, like barbecue sauce because I like
Fuck
barbecue
yeah.
sauce.
I like barbecue
that
sauce.
Caroline Gold barbecue sauce.
yeah.
Some boner sucking sauce.
Yeah, it came with some she put some Tism toys in there, like the tubes, the
ones where you-
yeah,
those.
yeah, you know what I'm talking
I
about.
thought you were talking about the ones with the marble that you would roll
No,
the
no,
marble
no, no.
back and forth.
But it was really cool because it was different. It was like, you're right. I liked something in here. Like,
Yeah.
I will say that's one thing I've always appreciated about my parents is they've always been fair with gift giving. Like, even the first time Kayla went with me to meet my dad for Christmas, they got her gifts like she was part of the family. They
Yeah.
didn't just get her like random little shit.
And they don't have to
They
do that.
messaged her and was like, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?" And she asked, and they're like, "If we're able to get it, we will." And
Yeah.
they got her everything she asked for, which was mostly just books and clothes. But
it's really cool though. I mean,
yeah, they didn't.
They
They
didn't have
didn't
to
treat
do
her like
that.
a second class citizen. They were just like fair with it. They were like, "Okay, we'll get you if we're able to get our hands on it. We'll get it for you." Which is how they've always treated us. Is I've told my dad, "Hey, I want this, but if you can't get it, it's fine." And he's always said, "If I can get it within my power, I will. But if
Yeah.
I can't, then things didn't work out, and I apologize." And I've always been like, I've always accepted that, like, "Aye, sir,
Aye, sir.
whatever you
Thank
say."
you, sir, for your
Attempt.
Attempt, yes.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Do you want me to go again?
Did you? Who hasn't gone yet? Because I went.
Me?
Do you have one more?
I have one more.
Go ahead. Get yours out the way.
It's not bad, strange, considering it to be a gift, but it's
Just
like,
odd.
it's unique. I
Okay.
didn't expect to get it.
Okay.
It was a train made out of chocolate candy.
That's kind of cool.
Like the little bitty wrapped individual candies
Yeah.
that you get, but it was built into a train.
Like handmade, or was it already
like
oh,
super glued
cool.
and
Oh,
everything
okay.
in the wrapper and all.
That is cool. Just don't let it melt.
That is really
Yeah.
cool.
What happened to it? Do you remember?
I ate it.
Oh, okay. Glue and all.
Yeah,
Did
I ate
you
it
at least
that-
take a picture
as
of it?
soon as I got it, I started to unravel it and eat it.
You didn't get a picture of it, did you?
No,
Damn.
it was a while ago.
Delicious.
That is really cool. And
I can't remember any cool gifts like that I've received. Yeah, no, I can't think of. Nope, I can't think of anything. That is cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. I've
person
gotten a
who
lot
did
of
it-
candy, but like
the person who made it for me is dead now.
Oh,
Awesome.
this
Adam,
is. She
you
said
too.
this is a replica of the train I will ride to heaven.
This will be my chocolate ride.
I have a really short one that I'm pretty sure is a joke, but if it's not, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Someone put a man named The Secret Russian Spy
Nice.
said a small piece of polonium-210.
Oh, cool.
Which is, I had to look it up because I couldn't remember. Polonium-210 is a radioactive isotope of polonium that is extremely hazardous and can be fatal if ingested or inhaled. A silvery gray metal that emits alpha radiation and decays quickly with a half-life of about 140 days.
Oh.
So,
Better hope it was dead when they gave it to him.
yeah.
Want.
What?
I
Want.
want.
I remember whenever I was younger, I had like a fascination with like collecting cool materials
I
and
think
metals
you've talked
and
about this before.
Yeah.
probably
The aerogel.
Yeah, like I got a piece of aerogel, which is really cool. If y'all know what aerogel is,
Yeah.
it's a great insulator. I got a little disc of it, and it was so cool.
It makes spaceships with it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like, I remember I read about it, and it was like it's like 99% air, 1% silica.
Yep.
And it's like super light. You can see through it if you hold it up to the light. And one thing about it is it's supposed to be really strong to compression force, which is kind of weird because it's 99% air. I don't know. And I grabbed it and I was like, all right, it's supposed to be really strong. So I squeezed it, and the second I did, it exploded.
Aw.
Like little pieces of aerogel went everywhere, and I went through and picked them all up, and I kept all the pieces, and it was still cool to have. But I was like, oh man.
You also had
man.
gallium. I remember that
Yep.
too.
And I also had some gallium, which is
It melts at like
it's a
90
metal
degrees.
similar to mercury, which has a very low melting point. It's like in the high 80 degrees. I think it's like 87 degrees Fahrenheit. It'll melt. So you can hold it in the palm of your hand and it'll melt into a puddle of liquid. And, it's like mercury, except not deadly and toxic.
Yeah.
So I had gallium, I had aerogel. At one point, I almost bought like a small chunk of uranium just because I wanted to have a radioactive like rock in my room.
That'd be badass.
Yeah, I didn't wind up getting it. That's what that made me think of. I want to get one of those periodic tables where
That
it's
has
like it has a little
Yes.
chunk of each material like in the
That's
the
badass.
table, except
Yes.
for the stuff that it can't get.
Right.
Where like if it's radioactive, it'll just have like a radioactive symbol.
Mm-hmm.
But
I've always thought that those kinds of things are really cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Jake, you want to go?
Sure. This next one is from a user called Krista TCJ. It says, my ex-grandfather-in-law gave me his dead wife's dildo. He didn't wrap it, though. He put it in Walmart sack.
I also have that one in my
In a
list.
Walmart sack.
In Walmart, like, here you go. I have no use for it.
Here you go.
I also have that one here.
Okay, well, that's 2 in 1. Yeah, imagine that. Probably still, it's been used, probably not washed, in a Walmart sack,
Why
just
is
open.
it sticky?
Why does it smell like the ocean?
It's
Oh, man.
I also like whenever I screenshotted that one, I also screenshotted a bunch of the replies, and everyone's just like, "What the fuck?" It's like the thread's like weirdest Christmas gifts ever received, and now everyone's like, "I think we have a winner."
Like, at least wash it
Yeah,
or something.
the fact that it's not even like in a box or wrapped, it's just like
it's
put
just
it in a Walmart
loose,
sack.
yeah, it's
and,
loose
like,
in a
just
Walmart
like, here you
sack.
go,
Fresh out the
Here.
cadaver. Here you go.
fresh out the cadaver.
Fresh out the cadaver.
Like they were going to bury his wife, and he was like, "Oh, 1 second," just pulled it right out.
He goes, hold on a second. There we go.
You're not supposed to be here. It's like, sir, there was a problem, or ma'am, there was a problem cremating your wife. This thing just didn't go.
This is the only thing that survived. Oh, I'll use it well.
Where's her ring? No, those are gone.
Those are
But
gone.
this, whatever the fuck this is made out of, it's still here, man.
It didn't even.
Yeah. Looks
right.
like it's in perfect condition.
So this one I found. I've already told Jake and Adam this one because I thought it was really funny. It's by Undead Gorgeous, and I was given a mountain bike. I have cerebral palsy.
Oh,
That's a slap in the face, bro.
That's got to be a gag gift. It's like somebody with like a debilitating nerve condition. It's like, here's something that requires a lot of motor coordination.
Yes, a $300 bike.
That's a
for
cruel
someone-
gag gift.
Yeah, it is.
it's pretty funny though.
Yeah.
That'd get a laugh out of me.
Yeah.
I looked at the comments, and the person was like, "Don't get me wrong, I can walk, but
I can't.
I can't do that."
Yeah.
Can't bike up a mountain. That's
Yeah.
asking a bit much of me.
They're like, "I can walk, just not well." So what do you think I'm gonna do with a bike?
I don't know. Look at it.
Yeah,
Look at it. Dream.
If only.
man, he waddles up to it, just kind of gives it a rub. If only.
If only.
It's just like that meme of Bob from Monsters vs. Aliens where he's jiggling the jello in front of the guy. And that's the bike. He's like, ooh.
Me jiggling my keys to the homeless
That
person.
reminded me of that post you sent me. You showed me last
Me waving the
night.
Big
Which
Mac
one?
I just bought
With
from the
NIEs?
homeless man.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ. That one is-
Dude, Instagram was on one last night.
Dude, he just kept getting some of the most fucked
we were
up
we were
shit
watching
possible.
Alien Romulus, and we were on our phones, and I just kept like showing him posts that I was getting on Instagram and my feed, and they were like diabolical, dude. And then I kept getting really, really like it got worse. It got worse after that.
It got worse.
Yeah,
Yes.
How could it
It
get
was
any
funny.
worse
Oh.
than that?
it was. It was
Oh.
on one.
I must say something. I almost forgot. Kagan, I curse you.
Why?
I curse you for eternity.
Why?
You've got me watching Warhammer videos. Oh, do I? I've been watching so many fucking little YouTube
your
shorts and
gift.
They're
stuff about
interesting.
Warhammer.
They're
and
really
some-
interesting.
Yeah.
specifically about like Space Marines and there's a couple ones about the Tau and some about the
I was gonna say, yeah, the Space Marines are the only one I care about.
What are they
Yeah.
called? The
Necrons?
Yeah, the Necrons.
The Necners.
Necners.
Specifically the
Hey.
like what are they called? The Necro
Hey, watch your mouth.
the ones that are like higher ranked. They're like
I don't know.
they like use this gun that if they shoot you with it, it immediately disintegrates all your nerves and your brain.
Yeah.
I saw a video of like a Space Marine taking one on in a fight, and he hit him with it, and like his nerves and brain instantly disintegrated, but his body on autopilot grabbed his pistol and started trying to take another shot at him, even though his brain was gone.
I saw that one, and then he
and then
shoots him in the head.
again in the head, and then after he's dead, the guy just looks at him and just kind of nods and then turns around.
He was like,
okay.
"Damn, I respect
yeah,
it."
respect. Your brain's gone, and you still tried to kill me.
Yeah.
Kagan-
No, the Necrons are metal as shit because they
Warhammer
essentially
in
they
general.
essentially can't die.
Warhammer is
Everything
metal
I've
as
seen is
shit.
just metal as fuck. Like,
Grimdark is just it's a cool thing, dude.
England Space
Fucking
Simulator.
awesome. England Space Simulator.
The Adeptus Mechanicus are just cybernetic IT guys.
I like the AdMech, bro. They're badass.
I like the intro
will
for
refrain
the
from
game.
That is,
Scientific
dude. Have you
terminology.
two seen the intro for the game, the Warhammer Mechanicus?
No.
It's where
It is.
from the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. That's where that's
Fucking
from.
awesome. Watch it if you haven't.
From the moment I understood
Goes hard. And the
weakness
music,
of my flesh,
dude. The music,
it disgusted me.
dude.
I forget
Listen
what
to it.
some of the hardest shit I've heard in my little like brief stint that I've had recently.
Yeah.
Was it was an ultramarine and a salamander that were like fighting together. And they both like said their motto or whatever. And the salamanders, it was like the ultramarine was like a 7 out of 10. It was cool. But then the salamander said his, and it was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like glory in battle, brother, and then he says into the fires of eternity.
Yeah.
No, it was the ultramarine. It's like courage and honor as he like touches his chest. And it's like, all right, that's pretty cool. And then the other guy goes into the fires of battle, unto the anvil of war. Yeah. Like, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, the salamanders are
Salamanders
metal as
are-
shit because they're the most like human ones.
And they're just
my
like they're just
favorite.
cool. They just try to save.
they're
like,
also
everybody.
they're also just obsessed with fire too.
Yeah.
Okay,
But yeah, I just had to curse you real quick. Just be like, fuck you.
my favorite are the
Kagan-
Black Templars.
He's been wearing away at my brain, just being like, it's just like I'm just not that interested in Warhammer. And this is like, as of recently, I've been like, okay,
This shit's pretty cool.
this is pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot to it, and there's
Oh, I know, and I've-
There's like 40 years of lore.
I haven't even
Oh.
scratched the surface yet. I've like rubbed my finger against the air nearby. Like,
And it's just touching it. It's like when Sam touches that Allspark shard in Revenge of the Fallen. He just he
puzzle
starts
code
doing
in my head.
puzzle code in
Puzzle
my head. It's on the wall.
In my head, on the wall. Everything's
It's all-
okay.
Everything's
Yeah.
all good.
And he stands up in the middle of the class, goes,
Yeah, it's a fucking seizure.
Yeah.
"Okay, I think we
Kagan,
should
do you have
keep-
one more?
I have 3 more.
I have one more.
I have one more.
So I guess you can go. Ethan's done.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go Kagan,
Okay.
Adam, me, Kagan.
So this one is by Victor Blimp Muscle 6 years ago. Pretty sure I posted about this one before on here. One Christmas, my ex-wife's grandmother gave me a little electronic slot machine game that she bought at a yard sale. It still had the handwritten $1 price tag on it. When she handed it to me, her words were, "Merry Christmas, Ken. You'll need to buy your own batteries for this. My name is not Ken, and I never bought batteries for it." So like when my grandmother tried to write you a check and she called you Matt.
Did you see what your mom commented? Like I talked about it in the last episode. I recently got a new car, and my fiance posted about it on Facebook, and family and friends and stuff were commented on it. Congratulations, I'm happy for you. Kagan's mom commented on the post as well, and she was like, "Congratulations, Nathan. I mean John. I mean Adam."
I thought she was going to say, "Congrats, Matt."
She did say Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, "Congrats, Matt. I mean Nathan. I mean Adam."
Whoever the fuck you are.
Yeah.
My dad does that shit. He can't remember our names.
My mom, she'll get the name. Like I grew up with my brother and my sister, Ben and Paige, and she would, whenever she was yelling for one of us, she'd say the other two names and then just be like, "Whoever the fuck you are."
That's what my dad does.
It'd
And
be
it's
like,
gotten
"Get
so
over
bad.
here, Ben,
Yeah.
Paige, whichever one you are, get over here."
It's gotten so bad to where my dad actually he called me ketchup one time. He was like, "What the? Who the fuck is ketchup?"
My
Like,
dad
who
made
the fuck is that?
Jake, Devin, Will Ketchup, get over here.
Yeah,
my
who
dad
the
made
fuck
an
you are?
amalgamation of all of our
Amalgamation.
Yeah,
Amalgamation.
I think it's like Ethermanly.
Ethermanly.
Yeah.
He's just combined all of you into one like amalgam in his mind.
I do think it's funny that all three of y'all's names start with an E.
That was not planned.
It wasn't?
No,
Okay.
it was
The
not.
triple E's.
We've only ever met one other Emerson, and it was a baseball player in Florida.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Congratulations.
My friend's in there. Congratulations.
Hey pal, you just blow in from Stupid Town?
First day on Earth, pal.
I just want to take a tangent, boys, to say I'm really vibing with this lighting.
Oh yeah, I'm chilling. Like this
Very.
is nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like the ambience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I need to turn the fan on? It's warm.
I'm all right. I mean, I'm a
afraid-
little warm, but I can survive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we're getting close.
Right.
Okay.
I'm on the edge.
Glory.
Sorry.
So my last one is from Wesu Mertes, WES00MERTES. So he said, "When I was a teenage boy, maybe 13, my Uncle Tom gave me a few things. First of all, he gave me a somewhat racist hat he found at some street vendor in Chicago. It was a Chinese silk cap, but it had a long black braid sewn into the back so you could wear it and pretend the long black braid was your hair. He found it hilarious, so he bought it and then decided he would gift it to me. He also gave me a plastic bag of fresh kumquats and a bottle of English leather cologne. Then he said we would commence the ceremony where I would become a man. He had me wear the cap while my family circled around me, eating the kumquats and spitting the seeds at me. Then I put on some of the cologne and thus became a man. It was incredibly bizarre and incredly hilarious, just like my Uncle Tom. I miss him."
Oh,
Oh,
that's how you become
it was
a man.
it was weird, but it was from a good. It wasn't from a place of malice.
Yeah.
It was just because he thought it'd be funny.
It's just that one funny uncle that you just kind of steer. Like if you bring like a friend or a significant other to the family event, and
You steer
for those
clear.
first couple times, you just kind of steer clear of Uncle Tom.
Yeah, I don't have any uncle like that.
He's cool, but he's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I do know. Side tangent, real quick. I don't have any biological uncles. The only
do.
uncle I have is my aunt's husband and my dad's sister. So, and my dad tried to kill his sister when he was younger. So,
Awesome.
Who won't?
it was the 80s. It was a different time. He tried to strangle her because she hit him in the balls while he was working out.
That's fair. That's valid. I'd try and kill my sister too if she did that.
He got close, but his mom stopped him. My dad was a psycho growing up.
I mean, is it a valid sibling relationship if you don't try to kill each other at least once?
I mean, I've never tried to do that.
That's sibling love. That's what
Love aggression.
that happens.
Yeah,
I
you
did
just-
almost knock my sister's teeth out when I kicked her in the face, but that's kind of
You got a thing
I
for
shot
kicking
my
people
sister
in the face.
back of the head with a BB gun.
I thought you were
That
just,
is not what I thought
yeah, I
you were
thought you were
going to
just
say.
gonna say
Technically-
I shot my sister in the back of the head this one time. She survived.
Technically, I
That's
didn't
why she's
shoot
weird.
her. It bounced off the wall.
It's like I shot her in the back of the head. That's why she's kind of weird today. But
My sister is literally Mabel from Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I kind of get that vibe from her.
I've never met her, but my condolences.
She's
If
funny,
you
but
meet
she's
her,
odd.
You will see why.
She's
I
funny,
said
but she's
Mabel.
odd. You're kind
She's
of like
just strange and loud.
you're like I kind of dig your vibe, but you're weird.
Yeah, it's like whenever when Ford first gets introduced and he like shakes Mabel's hand. Greetings. Do kids still say greetings? I don't know. I haven't been in this dimension for a long time. She just goes, "Wow, 6-fingered handshake. It's a full finger friendlier than normal." And he just goes, "I like this kid. She's weird."
That's That reminds me of whenever she bedazzled everything and like bedazzled her eyes shut, and she was like blank, blank. It was like,
Ow.
yeah, ow. I love that show.
It's
dude.
great. It's a
It
great
is
show.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I've got one more.
All right.
This is from.
I've exhausted my resources.
So you have 2 more, Kagan?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll finish. Do you want to go real quick?
No, you can go, and then I'll just
Okay,
finish
you'll
these
just do 2.
strong.
Okay, this is from a user named Flowerin. Yeah, okay. When I was 8, my dad got me and my sister a packet of cheese and onion flavored dried crickets. That was it. No explanation. Lamau.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheese and onion flavored crickets?
Yeah.
That's like, do you remember, I don't know, were you at the school yet in 2nd grade?
No, I came in 4th grade.
Okay. You weren't either. You didn't go to school with me.
No.
In 2nd grade, one of the teachers' classes, they like made chocolate covered crickets and ate them. And I was in a different class, and they were the only class that did it. And I was just sitting here like, kind of wanted to try one of those.
Yeah.
I was curious. You know, I was a little boy. I was like, kind of want to try eating a bug. Like,
Were y'all ever
Haven't done that
friends
yet.
with a kid who ate bugs? Like just bugs?
No.
no.
Yeah, when I was in pre-K,
Protein.
I don't know how I remember this fucking kid's name, but his name was Andrew.
Sounds like the guy
Sounds
who
like
eats
someone
bugs.
who would
And
eat bugs. Yeah.
He liked to eat like live bugs, specifically ants. So
Oh, yeah, no. Ants, no.
yeah, so whenever I'd see him, I don't know why I was friends with him. I don't know. He was weird as shit. I was like, "Hey, Andrew, I found some ants on the slide. You want to eat them?" And he was like, And I was like, and that's when I was like, maybe I shouldn't hang out with this guy. He's kind of weird.
It's like the joke that Family Guy made about albino kids as being normal. It's like, what makes you different from normal kids? Nothing. I am normal, just like you. I can only go out at night, and I like beetles. Beetles are teachers. When you said 8 bugs, I was picturing crunching on beetles and crickets, not ants. Like
Yeah, he would just
picture-
if you're gonna eat ants, what's even the point? Like,
he would just crush them with his thumb and then just kind of.
Did he wash it down with some fucking chocolate milk or something?
so first
No,
off,
he just swallow them.
ants taste like
Okay.
shit. Can I just say?
How do you know?
I've never purposefully eaten ants, but I've lived in a house where we had a really bad problem with ants.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would just get in the house, and if you set a plate of food down for like 5 seconds and looked away to go get a drink, you'd come back and there'd be ants.
Yeah.
And the first couple times, we weren't aware of just how bad the ants were. So I'd set food down and I'd come back and I'd eat it and I'd be like, "What the fuck? What is this? It tastes so bad." And then I'd see the ants and I'd be like, "Oh, yeah,
Damn it.
ants taste horrible." At least that specific genus.
Yeah.
The fire ants have a bit of
That
spice to them.
specific chapter. of ants.
is it spicy?
That specific chapter of ants.
Bullet ants
This is-
tastes like a punch to the face.
This is cream of wheat. Why is it spicy?
All right, I'll finish these 2 off. This one is by Anakim Skywalker. It was 11 years ago. Your mother never loved you, plus $2 and a chocolate bar for Christmas from my great grandmother.
I mean, that's
Based.
Yeah,
Based in
I'd be
truth.
happy
probably the
with
best
that.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based
Thanks,
in
Grandma.
truth.
What?
Just your mother never loved you. By the way, here's $2 and a chocolate bar. Do with that what you
Thanks.
will.
That makes it so much
There's
better.
a chocolate bar and enough money to buy another chocolate bar. Like,
And then this last one is by X4, and he had 2 of them. The bill for my birthday dinner
I saw that one too.
Oh,
and the
boy.
bill for my graduation dinner.
Dude, that's like the ultimate fuck you.
That is, yeah.
I'd
Like,
do
let's
that
go
as
out
like
and
a
eat.
gag gift. It'd be like, on the way here, we stopped to get drinks, and yesterday Jake bought us dinner, like the good boss he is. So, today,
Yeah.
whenever we got drinks, I bought his drink. I was like, a little bit of repayment.
Chicken party.
And
Dude, we had so much fucking chicken
we ate
yesterday.
so much chicken.
All of it was eaten, though.
That'd be like if Jake's
Not a drop
birthday
went to
rolled
waste.
around and I just gave him the receipt for that Red Bull I bought him. Like,
It's like, hey, remember this thing about a year ago? Here you go. Yeah. That's all you, Val.
yeah. Or if like Christmas rolled around and Jake did like, I have a gift for all of you. It's one big gift for everybody, and it's the bill for the chicken.
Just split in between the
Yeah.
3 of you. Here you go. Yeah. I'm leaving with something.
Yeah, $80 worth of chicken, and we devoured it all in not even 15 minutes.
We got like 2 things of. We got
30
60 nuggets.
We got 60 nuggets.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 60 nuggets,
72
3
nuggets.
sandwiches.
It was
And I
70.
had a 12 piece.
Yeah, it was 72 nuggets.
And then like 3
Oh, yeah.
chicken sandwiches.
and then a drink, and then
some fries.
After all that, they fucked our sauce. So,
Yeah, they forgot the buffalo sauce, the fucking
so
honey
was it really a good time? Like,
Oh, come on.
I mean, it was good, but
No,
I
it was
would have
good.
liked to have my buffalo sauce.
Hey, they got my sauce, so I'm chilling.
didn't
I
get my
offered
sauce.
to go to Walmart and buy the 8-ounce sauces.
Yeah, I did just
We
fine
didn't
with
need
ketchup.
to be doing all that though.
Yeah, it was too much.
That's your name.
Fuck you.
We got ketchup.
Yeah, but
Ketchup, get over here.
It's to the point where he's naming all of us different condiments. You got ketchup, mayo, and mustard.
Horseradish.
There you go.
Horseradish.
So, boys,
Ranch.
that's rantage.
Rantage.
That's about it, man.
Yep.
This is our last episode of the year.
I like this one. There's a good chill
It
vibe.
was, it
The
was.
ambiance in here is nice.
We're hoping you guys have a great Christmas.
If we had a
And
video component, Ethan, I really think we should have lit the fire to have it in the background.
I was debating on having it on.
That would've been bad-
but
badass.
It gets warm.
It
in
would've
here with
gotten
4
way
people
too hot.
with the air off.
Does it not
so
have a setting? I remember we had one where it had a setting where you could just turn on the fire without actually
You
turning
are
on the
correct.
heater.
It does have a setting without the heater.
Yeah.
So damn it.
But if we have, hey, maybe next Christmas,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can set it up in the background and have it as
so,
like
our gift to you, dear viewers, dear listeners, is a month and a half hiatus.
we're gonna take that time to work on some stuff.
Yeah.
Work on us. It's not you, it's us.
Yeah,
And-
we'll be back after the new year, and I'm just gonna say one thing. I'm not gonna spoil anything. New year, new me, baby.
Yep.
That's
We're gonna come back swinging.
We're working on some improvements to certain aspects of our little show here, whether they be visual or just general quality of life changes. And
Indeed.
we're hoping next year we can come back and just hit nothing but dingers.
because what we want for y'all is the best quality possible, and just to have a good little time. So we're constantly, improving ourselves, seeing
Yeah.
what we can do to get better.
And
After
we can
each
promise
episode, we talk about it. Be like, what else?
we can promise this year Ethan has said a total of 15 words on this podcast. We can promise next year he'll say 20.
Oh,
Well, those are rookie numbers.
He's like, hang on. He's like,
we'll pump those
hang
up.
on there, bud. That's a bit much.
no! Remember, he read us a story
True.
very quietly.
True.
Ethan.
Those
I
were
think-
10 words.
Okay, boys. I
love
think
you.
you have all done an amazing job. We did it. We've been doing it. We're going to continue to do it.
It's been a fantastic. I'm going to take that back. It's been a year.
It's been we've done.
I'm not
many
talking
things.
about podcast wise. Just it's been a year.
Oh, definitely, it has
It's
been a year.
year of all
for
time.
podcast, it's been a good year. For year in general, it's been a big year.
been one.
It's been It's been one
a
of the
year
years.
has passed.
This has definitely been one of the years of my life.
That is true. Here's hoping next year will be
Another.
another year. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all we can ask for, I guess.
Yeah.
It won't be better, but it'll be a year.
And
So
then in January we'll have our 1 year anniversary.
Yep.
Yep.
Damn!
It doesn't feel like it.
No, it doesn't.
It does not feel like we've been doing this
It
for
really
that long.
does.
31 episodes. Well, 32 if you include the one we don't talk about. But hey, I'm going to count it because it's more numbers. The number's higher that
maybe
way.
one day we'll try to remaster that and see if we can come back swinging.
Oh yeah, we're
It
coming back
deserves a
swinging
reshoot.
next year and
Out of
trying it
spite.
out again out of spite. Yes,
Yeah.
it's going to happen.
Yes.
It's
Whether you
happening.
like it or not.
Yeah, lots of things coming.
We're going
in the
to
new year.
domesticate this fucking bitch and make it ours.
Get ready for another hot, steamy load of knowledge dripping down your neck and chest.
Oh yeah.
That's
Adam,
a
plug
good way
our
to
shit.
close.
All right. Well, try to plug our stuff.
Do it.
Yes,
Last
sir.
time this year. Praise be. If you've listened to this episode, you're listening on either YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts, hopefully. And if you want to see our posts, we post some bangers, some banging clips of just the funniest moments from each episode, stuff we've enjoyed the most. You can see those on Instagram, TikTok, and X, Twitter. So, yeah, that's about it. That's the end of 2024.
Hooray!
Farewell, everyone. Have a lovely new year.
Have
Merry
a fantastic
Christmas.
many holidays.
Happy holidays. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Toodles.